Okay, so let's build a meal with your containers. So we'll do mine. So I am on plan A and I get 3 veggies, 2 fruits, 4 meats, protein, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressings, and then 2 teaspoons. So if I were going to make my breakfast would be one of these with either 2 hard-boiled egg whites or 3 eggs made into an omelet with coconut oil. And then I would have my fruit here, which is typically strawberries sometimes, usually grapefruit, watermelon, or cantaloupe. And I would either fill it halfway or all the way, depending upon what I plan on having the rest of the day. And as you can see, I wrote on mine. They didn't have the fancy labels when I bought mine. And then I also have 1 teaspoon of almond butter with my breakfast every morning. So then we would put everything back. So here it's all together again, and then I would start on my lunch. So my lunch every day is 2 of these, which is your veggies, and then occasionally I will have a carb. Not very often. If I do, it's usually my carbs come from my vegetables. So carrots, squash, different things like that have higher carb count in them. And then I have a protein, so usually it is either salmon or ground turkey that we have frozen. I cooked it and then froze it, chicken or deli turkey. And then sometimes I have a fruit again, so I'll have the other half of this for lunch. And let's see, oh, seeds on my salad. So I always do either pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds in my little container, and I typically only do just the little bitty cup of the palm of my hand. I don't always fill this up because that's a lot of seeds. Okay, so then we push all this back. So here we have it again. This is my snack. So if you look in the book, you can find it in the book really quickly. The book tells you how many almonds and cashews or peanuts or whatever. Here it is. So I usually eat almonds, or where are they at? Pecans. And so I just count them out. I've kind of gotten to where I don't really measure them anymore because I just don't. I just have learned to count them. And the same thing for my grapes. Like I measured my grapes in the fruit container. Even though it just says grapes, I measured them to be half, and then I just count them. So it's about 9 or 10 grapes, depending upon the size of the grapes. Okay, so then for my dinner, I would have 2 more of these. Typically, I saute them unless we're having another salad. So I would saute green beans and maybe Brussels sprouts or okra or something like that. And then I would have my next protein, and it would be same thing, whatever I didn't have for lunch. So fish, chicken, sometimes pork chops. I don't typically eat red meat, so it's usually one of those 3 things. Or turkey. I'll make turkey balls or meatloaf, something like that with turkey. Or if we have spaghetti, then I have just the ground meat and then add my veggies to it. Okay, and so then usually I'll have the other half maybe of my fats. So maybe I'll saute my veggies with an almond or pecan or something like that, or some seeds. I'll throw some pumpkin seeds in there. This one is my favorite right here. I could eat nuts all day long, or the teaspoons. So I have to control that. And then again, I don't really eat carbs after afternoon. So like after my afternoon snack is, I'll tell you actually what I eat. My carbs are Honey Nut Cheerios. So they're not really supposed to be on there, but for breakfast, I usually have those first thing when I wake up because I'm hungry, and then I go do my training and take my girls wherever they need to go, and then I come back and eat the meal that I built for you. And then my fruit, my last fruit for the day is usually my afternoon snack. I don't eat fruit for dinner, and I don't eat any carbs for dinner, so it's usually just meat and veggies, a fat if I have it left, or a seed or nut. And then my fruit is either the other half or a whole, depending upon what I've eaten that day. And so then there's all my containers for the day. I don't really measure the oils because we don't typically use very much. If I use a teaspoon of oil, that's a lot for us. I usually just do the spray. And then same thing for the nuts. If nuts are maybe your trigger, then we have a jar full of nuts. And what we do is keep this in there, and then I scoop that out, and I know that's all I can have for the whole day. So I would say kind of either put your labels on, build your meals, whatever works best for you. But that would be how I would build my meals for the day. Now, of course, my husband gets more. And so, like I said, I just kind of keep track with everything written on top of here and know what I serve him and then what he has left and things like that. We have been off of the container strictly for a while. We still kind of measure certain things. So when we go back on this, we will go back on these strictly. So it'll be interesting to see what inches and pounds we lose and if we've been overeating on certain things. So anyway, I hope that helps just a little bit. Use your book here, and the Getting Started Guide has a lot of information about the milk and protein and different things like that if you have snacks and shakes and different things that are your snacks that are not mine. So anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. See ya.